Hello, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and wherever you are. Welcome to another Tuesday talk that is happening on a Wednesday. I'm going to tell you what happened. The topic for today is two clauses that you can negotiate that will significantly help you to get to your target roles and to where you want to be. Before I go into those topics, to the main topic, I want to share with you what happened that I couldn't come online on Tuesday, and why I dropped the ball. I am traveling, and as you can see, I'm in a different place, a place that I've rented, and I actually don't have any logical reason to present why I didn't come online. When about 2 years ago decided to do anything to do with executive coaching, landing higher profile role, working with senior managers and seasoned professionals, I made myself a promise that every Tuesday I'm going to go live with a different topic that is aligned with what I want to do. I know why I want to do this type of work. And I made myself a promise that for 2 years, every Tuesday, I'm going to go live. Well, it's a tough commitment in terms of content. Everything needs to be heavily researched. And then once I research it, I summarize it, synthesize it, and I turn it to something that is actionable. And those micro actions, they are always without exception, they help. The second thing is the logistics. As you can tell, there's one day is light not working, one day is electricity, one day my niece is staying with me and it's noisy. There's always something going on logistic-wise that is not working. So I try to de-riskify all of those stuff before I go live. And then the third one, why it was a tough commitment to myself and to my business, is because mentally and emotionally it's quite heavy. And I knew that, and I thought that's my next level of progress and growth. I'm going to do it. And last night was the night that I dropped the ball. I just couldn't do it. And since then, I am in negotiation with myself that, maybe I don't go live, I'm on a break, maybe I can give myself a day off or a week off. No one notices. This was big. No one notices that you didn't go live. You're fine. You have content lined up for the rest of the year. So in the conversation with myself, I remember one key lesson that I learned many years ago, that the most important promise you make is the promises that you make to yourself, if anything, if anyone. So with that was end of the negotiation with myself, and I thought, okay, despite the lighting is horrible here and I don't know if there's an echo and all that, I'm going to come online and deliver what I promised I would deliver. So today's conversation about negotiating two clauses or two things that you can ask when you accept a new role, or when you get a promotion, or when it's end of year review of the work that you have been doing or planning to do. First one is you can negotiate the courses or programs that you want to go into. And it's super important because the responsibility of your growth after a certain level is on you. No one is going to come and tell you, hey, this is the curriculum and you need to follow it. So you knowing what you want to do, what you want to learn, particularly in next coming 1 or 2 years, is on you. And negotiating that is your job, your responsibility. One of the things that is important is knowing multiple of these courses, and the time that is important is before you sign a contract or accept a new role or new piece of work, is that at that stage, it will bring some respect to you that it tells the other side that, hey, I'm not just flippant and doing stuff where I'm doing. I have a plan and I know what's needed. The other thing that is I recommend for you to negotiate. Sometimes the education and courses for your team has happened to me many times that I inherit a team and I know that they need certain education, certain, not so much certificate. I just need them to know how to have a knowledge, if it's in product or venture or anything, I don't know, it varies case by case. But knowing that you need to educate your team, particularly your leadership, in advance, it shows you know your stuff. And it's very powerful during the interview negotiation and that time in the conversation. So that was number one, courses. And the things that investment in your education and your growth. And you need to be very unapologetic about it, because it demonstrates that you know who you are, you know how much you know, and you know what's needed for you, and you are in charge of your own growth, personal and professional. That was number one. Second one that I invite you to consider negotiating is to going to certain conferences and certain networking events, or bringing public speakers or certain groups to your team and your company. I know that when you accept a role and you come on board, you have budget so you can decide that. But a lot of times, if you want to do something differently, the cost and budget and those considerations are not there. So by having them at the very early stages or mentioning it, you don't have to negotiate and get a yes or no, but you need to say, I am considering going to these events, going to these ones, or take my team to this networking event, or bring this group of people to our company. It demonstrates that you are more than just 9 to 5 and doing this, delivering or doing this, doing. It shows that you have bigger understanding of what's needed. And that's very powerful. And obviously, connecting to anything outside our organization, just make sure that we are never outdated, we are connected to the latest, we are connected to different way of doing stuff. And that's something that will definitely add to you. It adds to you in a simple terms. So consider that one as well, what events you want to go, and because normally they are costly and they very easily get ignored. And this one particularly important. I emphasize that, and if you have friends or family members that are in these type roles, please pass this message to them. For roles that they are internal looking and they are not so much going outside and looking at what's going on, they're not sales, they're not partnership management, they're not vendor management, they're none of those external working roles. It's incredibly important that you negotiate this one at the earliest stages before you sign the contract, because we don't get that much opportunity to connect with outside. And that's your responsibility to create those micro channels and micro opportunities to connect with the rest of the world. So at least you know what's going on. All right, my friend, this is what I had prepared for you today. And if you would like to take an action, which I always invite you to do that, here is what I would like you to do. Explore as what are the couple of next topics, expertise, awareness, knowledge that you need to gain for yourself and then for your team, and also assess what's the cost of that, and then see when is the next opportunity for you to negotiate having them. Also, look at how you can connect outside and inside, and these things don't need it to be multi-$1,000s. They just could be something as simple as a couple of hundred to have someone to come on board, or buy someone a bottle of wine to come and talk to your team. These are really small connections that you can make with the rest of the world, and these are the ones that will definitely make sure you are standing out. One last thing. if you would like to take some time to reflect on something for this week till next week, is that look around and see when was the opportunity that you promised yourself something and you dropped the ball, and see what you can do to bring it back and kind of make up for the fact that you dropped the ball, and see that macro correction, do a little bit of nudging back yourself back into what you promised yourself. You don't need to go all back in. If it's not possible, you don't need to make it difficult, but just do something small for yourself that you can remind yourself the most important promises that we need to keep are the promises that we make to ourselves. If we can keep the promises that we've made to ourselves, we certainly can keep the promises that we have made to others. Wonderful. Thank you so much for your time. I'll see you next time, next week, same time, probably same place, maybe not, and definitely a different topic. Anything to do with career progression and going up. Have a lovely day. I'll see you soon.